Okay, we're recording. Hey guys, today is Tuesday, July 14th. This is Summit Week. We're getting ready to go to Summit. Yay! And for those that can't, we can come next year. We're going to talk a little bit about tonight about what you can do while from home because you're almost be at Summit with the way that they've made it with the live streaming. So, lots of exciting things to talk about tonight. Just to go over a few announcements. The sales right now are still the 21-day fix challenge packs, and Combat is actually still there. I guess we're just going to keep it on sale until it runs out. And Fix Date came out today, and I don't know, how do you guys do with that? I sold a couple of them. Most of the people that already have 21-day fix, I haven't found anyone new yet for it. What about you?
Yep, same thing.
Yeah. I was thinking about offering it for free, and that's an option. You can offer it for free to someone who has been thinking about 21-day fix. It's only $15 our cost. So for new customers interested in 21-day fix or any challenge pack in general, you can offer them a fix date book when they get a challenge pack. It's just an incentive. And so right now, between now and August 6th, we are the only ones that can get so they can only get it through us, through a coach, until August 6th. I know there's a little bit of confusion about that, but it's just on Team Beach Friday, which is us, the coaches, and then it'll be on the regular Beach Friday site, Amazon, etc., on August 6th. And then our first size comes out on July 20th, Monday. And if you're going to Summit, you can bring home a copy, or if you know someone going, sometimes I think we're allowed to go more than one copy, so we can work that out too. And I'm 99% sure that they're going to make it a $140 on sale challenge pack for the release, and my guess it'll be through the end of July and August, since it's almost the end of July anyway. But keep an eye out for that. And also on July 20th is our next sneak peek group, so you can start inviting to that now. If you aren't sure how to invite to that, check out Meg's post about inviting to the sneak peek. It's awesome. It's totally on point and exactly what a sneak peek invitation should look like. So I want to do that monthly for people who are interested in coaching. We got a good response last time, and if you've seen the videos and if you want to make a video for our next one, just let us know for somewhere you can participate and make a video for next time if you want. Totally open to that. And another thing we have in July is Super Saturday, which is really Super Saturday on Sunday for us because the Maryland Super Saturday is on Sunday. And from what I understand, we're having a live size workout from a certified instructor. So that should be funny. I don't know if anybody's gotten to try size yet, but oh boy. So that should be funny if nothing else. And the speaker is Meg, I can't tell. And the speaker is I can't remember. From You Are a Badass. I actually really like this book. I just started reading it, but it's totally it's really good. I'm actually surprised because it sounds like it would be just annoying, but it's actually pretty good. So if you haven't read that, check it out. And okay, so we also have the Team Cup registration starting on July 20th. Meg's going to talk about that in a little bit. And that starts for the month of August. And Meg will talk about that in just a second. So before I talk about Summit a little bit, I want to go over our success club points. And just as a refresher, I don't know if you guys saw the video that Meg posted from the team call from our upline from, I guess it was last week. And it's really inspirational. Somebody from corporate was on speaking, and she was just really motivating. And I called her the female Ray Lewis. She was like all in the face. She was like screaming into the phone. And so what is Success Club anyway? It's just the way she said it was better wrote it down. the point system that was created to reward us for helping others. So even though we talk about not talking about the numbers, and we don't like, just all about the sales and the numbers, but this is our point system was created to reward us. So it was okay to go for that. And I feel like sometimes we feel like, I don't want to focus on just getting successful. But if you do, then you're being rewarded for helping others. So it is about paying it forward, I guess is what I'm saying. So for those people who have already gotten Success Club points so far, this is 5 levels down because that's all I can see, unless you sent it to me. So Rachel Mativier has 2, Linda Barcock has 2, Megan Taylor has 8. That's awesome. She's definitely going to hit 10 by the end of this month. Tisha Meeker has 2, Melinda Sankowski has 2, Darcy has 1, Shannon Baker, which I think that's not her name anymore, it has 2, Lindsay Elliott has 4, Kristen Ryan has 6, Brenna Toth has 2, Michelle Boyer has 2, Jeffrey Speck has 2, Marjorie Lynch has 2, that's her very first 2 points, awesome, and Sherilyn Tooth has 2. So that's awesome, guys. And I have a feeling that once Summit hits, we'll see a huge rise in our points. And don't forget to go ding the bell. I don't know if you guys like that, but that was pretty fun on our page. So I'm going to talk really quick about Summit before I hand it over to Megan and Carmen. I'm really excited to hear Carmen speak tonight and tell us her story. But Summit, and in case you didn't know, if you can't make it, you can still stream the trainings through Beachbody's YouTube channel. And I can make a post about that, showing exactly how to do that. And you should have actually also gotten an email from Beachbody today anyway, showing you that. So you can get live stream of the workouts, you can get a stream of the trainings, of the celebration party on Saturday, so you can essentially be there and share with your team what you've learned. And you can use a release of size and fixate to, be excited about all the new things that are coming out. And from what I understand, there's going to be more announcements than what we know about. So you got to keep your eye out for that. Of course, those of us that are going to Summit will keep you guys posted as much as we can. But there's always something new and exciting that they release that they don't tell us about ahead of time. So be on the lookout for that. You can definitely use that to invite people to your next group or whatever you have going on. And for next year, they always release the ticket sales that Saturday. So it's always on sale, usually a sale price, and it actually sold out in one day last year. So if you are thinking at all about going to Summit next year, be on the lookout for this Saturday for the ticket sales from next year to go on sale. And we'll keep you posted about that too. So that's all I had on Summit. I'm going to pass it over to Meg real quick for Team Cup.
All right, so Team Cup. There may be, I think, Darcy, I think you're the only one that's new that hasn't really been in a Team Cup or competed. But Team Cup is really a fun thing. It's usually we do it it's several times a year. I think that we have groups of 5, and sometimes it's groups of 2. But this time, starting in August, it's going to be a group of 5. And it's a month-long competition where coaches team up and have a chance to work together, team build, and basically maximize the 3 vital behaviors in order to win prizes. So how it works is there's 5 coaches within a team, and the team with the most points is going to win. And so how do you earn points? Well, basically 1 Success Club point is equal to 1 Team Cup point. So there's different tiers of different prizes that you can win. It's pretty rare for people to win the very top prize, but there's different tiers of different things and prizes that you can earn for just getting, I think it's like 30 Team Cup points, and each person has to have 5 or something along those lines. So you earn points by Success Club points would be the Team Club points, but also you can earn Team Cup points by rank advancing. So every time that either you rank advance or one of your personally sponsored coaches rank advances within the month of August, you can earn points for that. So it's not just based on Success Club. So like Erin mentioned, the registration for Team Cup is going to start on the 20th, which is Monday, and it should start at 9 a.m. that specific time. And it will end on the 31st of July at 11:59 Pacific time. So, and then the contest period then will be from August 1st through the 31st. All right, so let me just give you some little notes I had written down. So the official rules, the different tier prizes, and the registration hasn't really been announced yet. They're just kind of getting the ball rolling. But with Summit and Fixate and Size and all these different things going on, it's just so much, and I think everybody's just overwhelmed. So I think they're holding off on all the Team Cup stuff till after Summit, and then you get Super Sunday or Super Saturday. So it's just nuts. But basically, the FAQ for learning more about the Team Cup is FAQ 3302. So that's going to give you some information as to the different prizes and the registration. And they will update that FAQ as information is provided. So has anybody here started a team or been invited to a team yet? Anybody? Darcy, raise your hand.
I do.
Okay, so the biggest thing to do is to get on a team, because if you hit Success Club this month and you're not on a team, you won't get a prize. You won't get anything free from Beachbody. So get on a team. It can't hurt. Just get on a team, a group of 5, and there can only be one lifetime diamond on each team. Even if that person right now has gone down to maybe a ruby or an emerald, if they have hit lifetime diamond at one point in their life, they are considered a diamond, and you can only have one per group. But you don't even have to have any if you don't want to. You can be all coaches. You can be all emeralds. It doesn't matter. But they just put a limit on the amount of lifetime diamonds that you can have. So make a team. That's your first job. The second is to pick a captain. And this team captain will be given like a team captain's guide, and that will help kind of, guide or help the team captain come up with a different plan for each week, and to help motivate their team, and will help give them ideas of the best way to help others and encourage their members. The third thing would be to pick a team name. You guys can work on that, and whatever your brand is or whatever you think would be fun, the 5 of you. And then also, I think, Erin, what we've done in the past is we've made like a Team Cup group on Facebook where we just, all of us come together in one big Facebook group, and all the teams are together, and we just post ways to help each other and encourage each other. So we can get that up and running as the groups are formed. So I was doing some research and trying to find from the previous winners of Team Cup, what were the 3 basic common themes that they utilized to win Team Cup. I found that there were about 3 things. The first thing was teamwork. So you have to, it really goes back to those 3 vital behaviors. And I feel like I'm just constantly saying them over and over again, but really just believing in yourself and believing that the products work, because they do, being proof that they work. So if you really believe in them, you're representing them, and that will ignite that fire to really help, promote your business. Because really, Team Cup is one of those things where it really, people who participate in Team Cup have a massive increase in their business. It's proven that they maximize by like so many, I think it's like 200% or something. They get more customers, they get more successful points, they make more commissions, they grow their businesses faster. So really getting on a Team Cup can't hurt. It's just, join and get started. So when you're with your team, and that whole teamwork mentality is, each of you brings to the table something different. You have strengths, you have weaknesses. Talk about them with your team. What are you nervous about? What are you gung-ho about? What do you feel comfortable about posting? What don't you feel comfortable about posting? And each of us will work together to make up for each other's weaknesses, so that we can build a super strong team that's going to be a powerhouse in helping people. Because we want to get out there and we want to show people that this stuff works and we're passionate about it. So we have to pick up where each other kind of leaves off and build that way. And again, like I said, focus on the 3 vital behaviors. And if you can, within the 5 members that you have, a good tip that I learned from these guys, which I'm already implementing now with my team in Powerhouse, is to start a Facebook messenger thread. So that you guys can constantly communicate with one another and bounce ideas off of one another if you can't like physically meet or talk on the phone, which I can't talk on the phone. That's like impossible at my house. So Facebook Messenger is a really good way to have that communication thread open. The second theme that I found to help people find success with Team Cup is to pick a success club goal. And I know that what Erin said, you know, success club can be intimidating because it's numbers and points. If you think in your head, okay, I want to just strive for 5 or 7 or 10, pick a number and just ingrain that in your head, focus on it. Okay, all I need to do is help 2 people. If I get 30 days to help 2 people find a challenge or a fitness program or a nutrition plan that's going to work for them, and just again make those connections. And so focus on just that number and how many people you want to help and how many people you want to reach. So what I say too is with branching out, let's say you invite 2 people every day. That's usually my mantra. Invite 2 people a day to your current group or your uplines group or whoever's group that you're in. If you're inviting 2 now, maybe invite 4. Or if you're not really inviting consistently, like maybe say you're doing like 3 a week or 1 a week, go to 4 or 5 a week. Just kind of double what you're already doing for just this month and see how much your business will grow. It's not something that you have to do consistently if you don't feel comfortable with it, but just try it out for the month of August and see where it will take you. Another example, if you typically post 2 times a day or 1 time a day about your workout or your Shakeout or clean eating recipe, maybe post 2 or 3 times a day. Just getting that traffic will help people to notice you, and it will be kind of a flag. Oh, wow, they're doing this and that's really cool. And I think I'm going to continue to follow them. If you don't have a like page, make one. I think this is a really great time to get yourself out there because it's summer. People want to get fit. They're still focused. The weather's nice. People are encouraged. So I think that if you haven't already started a like page, definitely get that going and, you know, invite all of us, invite all of these coaches, and we will like it and we will like your posts and we will increase the traffic while you get your feet on the ground and while you get that page up. Another good tip for reaching people would be to focus on what your brand is. And I didn't really understand what brand meant when I first started, but then I thought, okay, I really want to focus on women and I want to focus on moms and particularly postpartum moms because that's where I felt the most lost was when I was postpartum. So I know that vulnerability and that helplessness that I felt and how I just felt that there is no way I'm going to get out of this hole that I've dug with the, you know, this pregnancy and this weight gain and this bed rest. So I can really sympathize with those women that have that postpartum weight gain. So that was my brand. Somebody else has a completely different brand. So cater to those people to who you relate with the most and be authentic with them because that's what's going to matter the most. Okay, so that's the second tip. The third tip would be to focus on sharing, not selling. I'm going to say it again. Focus on sharing, not selling. Because the first thing that's going to make people close their door on you is when you start talking about selling and products. And no one wants to hear that. That's a major turnoff. So what's going to help you share your story is to talk about your results because your results are going to give you credibility and credibility goes a long way. People are watching you. People are seeing your journey. They're looking at your pictures. They're kind of on the sidelines. They don't comment. They don't like. They don't do anything. But they're watching you. And they will come out of the woodwork when you least expect it. It's happened to all of us. So people like seeing real results. So if you have, if you have pictures of yourself if you feel comfortable with posting your before and your durings, or your before and your durings and your after, or whatever, post those. If you don't feel comfortable, you can feel free to use, with their permission, people in our challenge groups. I have a lot of women that I ask permission to use their before and durings because they're so amazing. My one now who's a coach, Tisha, she's shrinking. She's had triplets and they're now, I want to say 6 or 7, and it was like a light switch with her. It just turned on about, I want to say 2 months ago, and she has lost a ton of weight and a ton of inches. She just looks amazing. So I always ask her permission every time before I post, can I use this picture on my like page as proof that this stuff works? Because people get tired of seeing me. They want to see people who are really out there, who are doing this stuff and are having amazing results. So before and afters go a long way. Another good way to show transformations are videos. So I like the app Flipagram. I don't know if you guys have heard of Flipagram, but it's great because you can make a video where it has the progression of pictures and you can put music to it. And it will show that progression over time of how you've transformed. That's really powerful. And I guess the last tip that I can offer with Team Cup, or that I've found through these, previous winners, is being authentic. And it's what Kay Shun, I guess her name was, from that Team Call for Results crew. Be authentic. Be your authentic self. Because if you act and post things that aren't you, people will pick up on that. People will notice that. Be honest, be truthful, and be authentic. And what I have done in the past is I have actually looked at top coaches, their posts, and I have copied them and made them my own. And that's what's helped, like Anita Myron, Amy Silverman, Melanie Mitro. I hear Gwen, she's crying, great. So I'm going to have to let you go. I'm going to run up and grab her. But follow the top coaches, look at what they're posting, see the traffic that their posts are getting, and don't copy them, but kind of change them to make them your own, kind of get an idea of how they're posting. And that's what I do. But I'll be right back. So go ahead, Carmen.
Thanks for that, Meg. Some great ideas. And all I'm going to add to that is it's totally worth it. You have nothing to lose except for prizes if you don't. You're still doing the things that you do every day. So definitely join the club. It's just for fun. And without further ado, I'm so excited to hear from Carmen tonight and have her share her story with us. You're muted.
Hi. So, I have never actually heard anybody share their story, so I basically wrote mine to, I guess, share my whole life of fitness and how I ended up where I am and my journey. So I was an athlete. I played soccer and softball and I ran track, and I was super fit and super thin, and I didn't gain a pound, and I could eat whatever the heck I wanted. And then I went to the Air Force Academy, and again, it's all fit focused. So you're healthy and you're working out, and you don't even know you're working out because it's just your entire life is geared around that kind of fitness lifestyle. And so I stayed slim, and everything was, I could just eat whatever I want. And then I went, after I graduated from the academy, I went to nursing school. It's actually where I went and I met Linda. And I wasn't working out as much while I was in nursing school, pulling, 12-hour clinicals and studying and spending a lot of time sitting in class. And I started to put on weight. Not like a ton, but enough for me to notice. And by the time I finished nursing school, I had probably put on a good, I'd say 15 pounds. And it was not as comfortable with my body as it used to be. And I went back into the Air Force, and at the time, the Air Force was very fitness focused. The squadrons worked out together, and I was an officer, so my job as an officer was always to set the example. And I wasn't a good example at that time. I mean, I just wasn't where I needed to be. I was definitely overweight, BMI wise, and I struggled to get that weight off. And this is before kids. So fast forward a little bit. I had 2 kids, got married, and by the time I was done with my second child, I'd put on a good 60 pounds and it was not coming off. It didn't matter what I did. I tried those body wraps. I tried the diet pills. I tried Insanity. I tried, it just, nothing stuck, nothing worked. I failed miserably. I couldn't stick to taking any of those regimens. No, I'd start the pills and it'd go well for 2 weeks, and then I didn't have time for that, or I'd forget. Insanity, I'd get through the first month, no problem. The second month, when things get longer and more intense, I'd fall off the wagon. In 2013. In January 2013, I went to see Linda in Maryland for my birthday. And I've never seen Linda that big. And I've never been that big. Not since. But she started Beachbody, and in October of 2013, I moved to Colorado, and she was posting her results. I mean, in serious results with T25, and I saw what she was doing, and I wanted it too. So I signed up, and I didn't want to be a coach, and I just wanted to do my workouts. But the thing that works about what we do is the challenge groups. And it was just Aaron, me, and Linda in the challenge group, because everybody else fell off and nobody was going. But I swear, if it hadn't have been for them posting every day and their encouragement and keeping me motivated, I didn't miss a workout at all for, I want to say, a good 7 months. I didn't miss a single day, not one. I got into a car accident. I got serious whiplash in my neck. My chiropractor, I told him, look, I can't miss my T25 workouts. Am I allowed to still do this? And he said, take out the jumping and you need to keep going, because it's such great core work that it was perfect for what I needed for fixing my whiplash in my back and my neck. So it was great. And then I burned my arm and I couldn't do push-ups very well, but I was still down there doing push-ups because I was not going to miss my 25 minutes a day. That's just insane. I needed this program. I needed Beachbody more than I ever realized until after I finished my first round at T25. I married my husband. He was an alcoholic. I ended up with a lot of those enabling behaviors and changes in who you are and how you react, how you behave, and it really affected me more than I ever thought it had. I went into Al-Anon, which is a family members and friends of alcoholics, and it's focused on personal growth and personal development and learning who you are and what you want to be and what kind of life you want for yourself. And I needed fitness in my life. I needed to feel like I was improving myself in a very physical and real way that I could see to keep me going at a time in my life when everything was falling apart. So I then became a coach. And I think that added motivation to me. I think it's part of the officership too, is just leading by example, and you want to show everybody that you're still working the program and that you're still living, what's the words, being the product, or I can't remember what the words are, but
Product of the product.
being a product of the product, and motivating others keeps me motivated all the time. I love everybody's posts, because it doesn't matter how many groups I'm in, something, somewhere, someday, one person, whether they need motivation from somebody else or whether they are posting their incredible results and how great they're doing, something every day is motivating me to keep going. And it's been a tough year this year. Made it through the first year, no problem. Everything was great. Fitness-wise, I was doing good. As of January of this year, my entire life changed. I moved in with friends. I took my family and moved out of our house and lived with, they weren't strangers, but they weren't like family either. So we moved in with them, and I got them all working out, which is great. I wasn't working out alone. But it changed our family dynamics a lot. I filed for divorce. As of this past Wednesday, my divorce was final. And that was hard for me to deal with. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And I've been struggling, admittedly so. And I am so thankful for the other coaches that I have with me that have kind of picked up my slack in the last couple months. Marcy ran her first group, is running her first real group right now. And Nicole ran her first group a couple of weeks before that. And I'm just so thankful that my other coaches that I work with, you guys just recognize that, none of us are perfect. And we all have lives with issues, and we support each other to keep each other motivated, and in a way that is just incredible to me. I don't even know you guys. We're not like all best friends, but we are teammates, and we really treat each other as teammates. And it's just such amazing personal and professional growth in the last 6 months, for sure. So over the last almost 2 years now, year and a half, I have lost 30 pounds with Beachbody. I have gained more muscle in more places that I didn't even know I needed muscle. And it's been a journey, and that's the thing that I've always remembered to post. I don't know if you've seen my pictures when I do my befores and after. I always call it a journey, because that's what it is. It's not a quick fix. This isn't anything that's gonna happen overnight for any of us. And I'm still working. I'm looking at myself right now on this darn camera going, man, that camera adds 10 pounds. I didn't know where it's there. Like, great, I have more places I need to work. But that's okay, because I don't plan on giving this up at all. And it's been wonderful. And I've made some great friends, and I cannot wait to see some of y'all at Summit for the first time and see some of you again, because I think that's just an amazing opportunity. Yeah, so thanks for all the support over the last few months. I picked up a second job, so I've been going, 48 hours with no sleep, and then sleeping for a day, and then going another 48 hours with no sleep. So I'm here, and I'm planning to get more involved and get another group going myself after Summit. So thanks for everything, everyone, and keep working hard, and and enjoy it, because that's the greatest part of this is by supporting each other, we take joy in each other's accomplishments. And it really is wonderful to see how well everybody is done or is doing, and how hard everybody's working, and even the smallest gain, like I got look, see, I got a little muscle there. It's small, but it's there. Like excited, just a tiny thing. So that's my story.
Thank you, Carmen.
That's awesome, and I can't wait to see you. And I think going this summer is going to be a huge deal for you and your business. I have one question, and that would be, what would you say is your favorite thing that Beachbody has done for you? Your favorite thing about Beachbody so far?
My favorite thing that Beachbody has done for me, honestly, it's the teamwork aspect of it. It really, really is. Like I said, when I did Insanity before, I didn't have a support group. I didn't have a coach. I probably had one assigned to me. I didn't know who the heck they were. I never contacted them. I don't remember them ever contacting me. And it was impossible for me to finish because I just got so overwhelmed by how long it took. And the workouts were just too long.
Yeah.
And now I look at it and I'm like, I went from T25, 25 minutes, to 21 Day Fix, 30 minutes, to Liz Mill's Body Pump, where you build from 30 up to 60 minutes, and so it doesn't seem to me like an hour is too long anymore, and that it wouldn't be a problem, but it's a process, and you just build. That's what I think that my favorite things to tell my clients is 5 minutes of workout is better than 0 minutes of workout. So if all you have time for today is 5, then do 5. If you've got time for 10, push to 10. If you can only do 10 today and 10 tomorrow, but you know that, 3 days from now you could probably fit in a good hour, then make it work for you. But just nothing is going to get you nowhere. And 5 minutes could change your life. And Beachbody has changed my life. So
Awesome.
Thank you, Carmen.
Okay, well, unless anybody has any questions or anything else they want to add tonight, thank you, Carmen, for sharing your awesome story. And it's re-recorded, and I'll share it. And I don't know, while you were talking, there were some chat messages, so maybe check them out before you log off.
I missed most of them, but
Go check it out if you get a chance.
I'll look at them later.
Okay, everybody. Well, I will see some of you in Nashville and some of you through the internet about what's going on there. So have a good week, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.